watching Just Golf. I'm Rashim Sharma. Now, Adam Scott won the 2007 Shell Houston Open, and that was no surprise because he was the highest ranked player in the field. But that does not mean that his victory was without any drama.
This was the first time that the Shell Houston Open was held just a week before the US Masters. No surprises then that it was marketed as a preparation for golf's biggest event. Defending champion Stuart Appleby was on top of the leaderboard at the Redstone Golf Club in Texas. He finished the first round with a 6 under par 66. He was tied with Kevin Sutherland and Johnson Wagner. This pitch from Wagner from the bank left him an easy par save on his final hole and a 66. Appleby, looking to end a one-year dry period, retained his share of the lead on day 2. The veteran was among the 6 leaders at the halfway stage. Tied with him were Americans Jason Gore, Bubba Watson, Bob Estes, Jeff Maggott and Mexican DJ Brigman. His fellow Aussie Adam Scott looked promising at 5 under par, but his game fell apart on his back 9.
Wow.
He bogeyed 4 of his final 8 holes to finish at 1 under par for the round. The third round of Shell Houston Open was delayed by more than 6 hours due to torrential rain. When the course finally dried up, the golfers found the greens soft and responsive. Bubba Watson rocketed to the top of the leaderboard with 10 birdies to sit at 15 under par for the championship. Jeff Maggott finished 3 strokes behind, all alone on second place. There was 3-way tie between Johnson Wagner, Adam Scott and Paul Stankowski for third. Appleby finished at 10 under par after 14 holes. The Australian was one of the 30 golfers who were to finish their third round in the morning before the final round. The wind picked up on day 4 and the tournament came down to 2 Australians. Appleby's great tee shot at the 15th led to a birdie, but he lost his chance of retaining the title when he double bogeyed the final hole.
A lot of roll, Mark. That hit the downslope over there. That is fantastic.
Adam Scott made a magnificent 50-foot putt on the 18th to seal his victory at the Shell Houston Open. Appleby finished in second place with Bubba Watson.
Pharmaceutical major Nicholas Piramal organized a golf tournament in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism. We had diplomats, bureaucrats, ambassadors, ministers all teeing off not just to build a good game of golf, but better relations between India and the rest of the world.
Far from the petri dishes and the chemical mix, it was on a different turf, the greens, and it's called the Nicholas Piramal Ambassadors Cup. And joining the golfic venture by the pharmaceutical company was the Ministry of Tourism. Though this was the second edition of the event, this time too the theme remained the same, to strengthen global network, in perfect alignment with the name of the tournament, Ambassadors Cup. But like all corporate events, there is more to the tournament than sport, competition and winning.
Across the table, you cannot discuss more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But on golf course, you can spend 5 hours with the gentleman without each of them getting bored. You become personal, it becomes an informal, and you thrash many issues.
And the war of the clubs was raised at the JP Greens Golf Resort in Greater Noida, a few kilometers from the capital. And most of the participants were familiar with the Greg Norman designer terrain and knew the challenges all too well.
I think this is one of the best golf courses in the world, and we always enjoy to come and play around here. But I must tell you that I think this golf course must have been hit by meteoroids in the past, because there are so many craters here and lakes and sandbanks. But in all, it presents a very challenging course indeed, which is absolutely enjoyable.
Apart from the ambassadors, bureaucrats and corporate honchos, men from a different sport were seen to inhabit the greens. And the enthusiasm and camaraderie amongst all players was pretty evident.
Oh, it was great. Lovely people, great game, and a lot of fun.
Enjoying it. Lovely day. A little warm now, but to start with is very good. It's a beautiful course, and we have had some beautiful hosts.
The overall winner was Calvin Yu, the High Commissioner of Singapore. Like the winning trophy, here the men were seen admiring their weapons of choice. After all, it's a well-known fact that if you want to win, you better have the right implements.
Well, that's my favorite club, yeah. It's called a Rescue Wood. So whenever you're stuck in some awkward lies and all, it comes in very handy. Okay. It's a hybrid. It's a wood come iron.
Well, my favorite golf club is a number 7 because this is when I first started playing golf. I started off with a number 7. So when everything is in doubt, settle for a 7.
Well, this is one of them. I've got two favorites. One is this putter that I'm actually nearly very possessive about because I have this since I started golf. It's 23 years ago. So many sets have changed, but this has not changed.
And this is why?
This is a Lynx putter. The company doesn't even exist anymore, more or less. Well, and another one is my driver. I like this because I hit this very long.
Okay, well, I've just got off the green, so I have a putter. This is a putter that I've had for the last 15 years, so it means it's probably my favorite club.
Which make is it, sir?
It's an Odyssey.
Okay.
One of the first Odyssey that came out. I think it's the only club I have not changed since I bought it. I've changed everything else.
I like number 3, wood. This is quite good because it's very accurate and I feel comfortable with it.
3 wood because it's more accurate and it is interesting and it gives me almost more than 200 yards.
All right, it's time to slip into a short break, but when we return on the other side, we're going to meet a golfer who shot to fame by winning his first Asian Tour title as a rookie. Stay tuned for that.